Okay. Good morning, friends. I, C. Intesh Setia, Chairman of Chittorgarh branch of CIRC of ICI, on behalf of the Professional Investment Committee, ICI welcome all the participants in today's webcast on develop skills in mindfulness and to regain control during anxiety. I welcome to today's resource person, Mrs. Isha Madan, and the event enabler from the Chittorgarh branch of CIC of ICI in other present over here. Now I invite our branch Vice Chairman Sri Piyush Agarwal to introduce our eminent speaker, Isha Madan ji. Piyush ji, over to you.
Good morning, all of you.
Piyush ji.
Good. I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, all of you. Isha Madan is a nutritionist and entrepreneur. She is former. She is a founder of PP Food and Nutrition. She is also won Mrs. India Universe 2018. Post that, she started working in various movies and started her career with a Punjabi movie named 302, where she acted as a lead actor and achieved a great success in Punjabi Post, that Shadi Shuda, and few other movies she worked in. Her projects are streaming on OTT platform also. She appears in many advertisements for brands like Maruti Suzuki, Sleepwell, Inno, Xiaomi, Dabur, MG, etc. Now, after great exposure in industry, she is mentoring many professionals in developing their personality. And it is our immense pleasure that she is with us and she shares her knowledge and expertise with us. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you. Now I invite our speaker, Isha Madan ji, for a deliberation. Welcome, madam.
Thank you. Thank you, Nitesh ji. Thank you, Piyush ji, for such a warm welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Isha Madan, and today our session is on developing skills in mindfulness and to regain control during anxiety. And first of all, I would like to thank Institute of Chartered Accountant of India to give me this opportunity for being here, sharing my knowledge. It's my pride and privilege today. And here I'm going to start my session. And as you all can see, session itself is talking about stress management. You know, guys, when very first time I heard this term stress management, I thought, why people want to manage their stress? I thought people generally manage things those are precious to them. You know, something that is your asset, you would like to keep that forever with you, so you manage that. So why people want to manage their stress? Then I got an answer a few time later. He, people has people have accepted that stress is integral part of their life that they cannot eliminate. And then I thought, why there is stress? People used to say our lifestyle, time, they are impacting us. Major things that I got to know, those are giving you stress. Money, job, relationships, marriage, then having kids. So I had a deep study on the same topic. Somebody who is not having job, they're having stress. But what if you have a job? Don't you have stress? Somebody who is not getting married, having stress. But what if you got married? Even more stress. Somebody not having kids, stress. And what you have kid, work life is tough. Work life balance is tough. How to manage it? Basically, स्ट्रेस जो है वो बाहर से नहीं आ रहा, स्ट्रेस अंदर से आ रहा है. और स्ट्रेस कब आता है? ये हमारी इनेबिलिटी है जब हम अपने माइंड को जो है हैंडल नहीं कर पाते. सो हियर आई एम शेयरिंग माय स्क्रीन विद यू ऑल. As you can see, okay, it's not working, I think. Wait.
You are audible, ma'am.
Yes, sir. मेरी स्क्रीन जो है स्टक हो गई है. I'm trying to move. Can you see that it's scrolling?
No, ma'am. It is like static stress management only.
Wait.
Sambit sir, please check.
Yes, sir, I'm trying to change it. Can you see it now? No. Hmm. Give me a second. Let me call my team. What has happened? Sir, Samit sir, वहां से सब ठीक है क्या? So basically, मैं जो आपको शेयर करने वाली हूँ, उसमें मैं ये बताने वाली थी आपको.
Your
Let me call my
screen is
team.
hanged. I think so.
My screen is hanged. Wait, sir. My team is coming simultaneously. मैं साथ
So
साथ.
your presentation is visible.
Hmm.
Presentation is visible, perfectly visible.
Okay. Just hold on for a second, sir.
In the meantime, you just talk about the stress management
Yes.
so
So
that
here
your
I was
team will be
talking.
fixed.
Yes. So I was talking about this ki. एक second, sir. Can you see that my screen is not moving? I'm not able to. I just shared my screen. And okay, can you see the next slide now?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we all can see that stress arises from our inability to handle our minds. तो स्ट्रेस जो है वो कब होता है जब हम अपने माइंड को हैंडल नहीं कर पाते हैं. कई लोग बोलते हैं कि जी हम तो वाकई में नहीं कर पाते हैं क्योंकि आउटर स्ट्रेस जो है वो बहुत ज्यादा है. जैसे कि नॉर्मली जब भी मैं एमएनसीज में जाती हूँ तो पीपल दे जनरली टॉक अबाउट दैट वी हैव गॉट अ लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रेस. घर पे वाइफ्स कहती हैं वी हैव गॉट अ लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रेस. बच्चे कहते हैं वी हैव गॉट अ लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रेस. बट एक सिंपल सी हम टेक्निक यूज करते हैं वेयर वी से लर्न टू से नो एंड बैलेंस योर कैपेसिटी. आप उतना ही लोड लीजिए. बेसिकली स्ट्रेस इज अनदर नेम ऑफ लोड. जितना लोड आप ले सकते हैं आपकी बॉडी ले सकती है अगर आप उतना लेंगे.
Please
So
speak in
definitely.
please speak in English only, because that one is
Okay.
we have the South Indian audience, and
Okay.
that one
Okay.
is audience from who cannot understand the Hindi, so that we
All
have
right.
to cater both.
All right. All right. Got it, sir. So basically, I was saying stress arises from our inability to handle our minds effectively. All right. So whenever we are not able to handle our mind, whenever we are not able to handle our inner things, only then we are being impacted and then we feel that yes, we are stressed. So stress is not part of us. It is an outcome of our unconscious living. That means whenever we are feeling that, see, I've got a task, I've got 10 things to do, I skip 2 things. I will only have stress about those 2 things. What I planned to do and I didn't do. So stress is basically outcome of our unconscious living. Life stages can create stress, but it is our response that matter. So here I generally say whenever you have various circumstances in your life, we generally say that gives you stress. What you should do, we should try to respond rather giving a reaction on or rather staying silent. This is really important in our life. I generally say this to people. Show me one person who didn't get stress in their life, even Lord Rama. We generally say he was Lord. Then he got a circumstance in his life where he was about to become a king. And one night before he was getting the crown, he was being called by his father and said, yes, you have to go to jungle. You will not be, the king of the Ayodhya. So can our stress be bigger than that? But what God did, he didn't give reaction. He gave a response. And his response was, when I have to leave. So what matter is that how you're giving the response. Why we are getting stressed? Because we react. We try to react and we are not able to stabilize our feeling. We don't have control on our emotions. And then inside, we are having this trouble called stress. So since I'm a dietitian, I will be starting my session talking about balancing diet. Then we will talk about impact of social media on mind. Then I will be talking about tips to regain control during anxiety. So here, and it is stuck again. Wait. So there is some problem with the screen, I guess. I'm not able to move it. So now I'm going to talk about balanced diet. As we all know that we all are made of 5 elements, and here I'm going to talk about what type of things we should eat so that we are not being impacted by this thing called stress. Just sir, allow me 1 more minute so that I can. I'm not able to share the screen once again. Can you please see it? It's not working. You sit here, please. Not moving. Okay. So elements of nature, as we all know that this world is made of 5 elements: air, ether, water, fire, and earth. So someone, see, all of us have all these 5 elements in our body, and all of us are made of these 5 elements. So me, I am a human being. I have air content in me. I have water. I have content of fire. I have content of earth, and I have content of ether. Now, how I'm being impacted by these elements? If I have more of air and ether in my body, my predominant body dosha will be Vata dosha. If my body elements are fire and water, my predominant dosha will be Pitta dosha. And in case my body elements are earth and water, my predominant dosha will be Kapha dosha. On the basis of this, we generally say Vata, Pitta, and Kapha are the main three dosha, on the basis of what we decide how to live our life, what to eat, what not to, when to wake up, when to eat, what to do, how to talk. Basically, somebody who is Vata dominant, they are supposed to be bony, they are supposed to be fast, their movements are supposed to be, they are supposed to be more light, more rough, more cold, more mobile. And they are the people who learn something very quick and forget very. Easy to remember, easy to learn, and easy to forget. People, those have fire and water as predominance in their body, people called Pitta predominant person. They are supposed to be sharp. They are supposed to be the one having leadership qualities, somebody who is short tempered, somebody who gets angry. Like it will take 2 minutes to get angry, and it will take another 1 minute to get calmed down. Somebody who has earth and water as a predominant dosha, and they are called Kapha dosha predominant person. Their qualities are they're calm, slow, dense, stable, lazy sort of persons. On the basis of these three doshas, we generally decide what should we eat. We generally see somebody who is born with like bony structure, means they are Vata dosha predominant. If they are not eating things which are complement to their tridosha, they will be facing some issues in their life. Like you are Vata dosha predominant, you are eating something that is Vata dosha predominant, because like we are, we can segregate it women on the basis of human being on the basis of dosha. We can segregate fruits, vegetables, grains, everything is being decided, and they all are divided as per their doshas. So I am Vata dosha predominant. I am eating what is Vata dosha predominant. My Vata will be on the higher side. I am a Pitta dosha predominant. I am eating warm things, something which is like having nature, which is oily, penetrating, something that will again increase Pitta in me. I am Kapha dosha predominant, eating the same again. Cough will be increased in me. And cough doesn't mean I'm not talking about cold cough. So, how will we identify people having these qualities? Generally, who is Vata dosha predominant, their body frame is thin. Their fingernails are cracking. Their hair are dry. Their weight is lower than a normal weight. So they look very, skinny. Appetite varies. Sometimes they're feeling like strong appetite. Sometimes their appetite is low. Sometimes they feel I'm too hungry. I can eat 6 chapatis. Sometimes they feel I'm not hungry at all. I'll eat 1 chapati. But these are the features on the basis of what we can decide. Uh, you can say, okay, let me finish Pitta and Kapha first. Pitta dosha predominant person, their body structure is generally medium, masculine type people. Their nails are pink and soft. Hairs are gray and bald. They have, masculine personalities. Muscles are, more than Vata dosha person. Appetite increases. So today I'm feeling like eating one, then maybe after 1 year I'll be feeling eating two and then three. But generally it is increasing. There are some cases where it is stable, but generally it increases as per like whatever. If their age is increasing, they'll be eating more. Kapha dosha. People who are born with heavy structure, they're generally white and thick, have silky and curly hair. We call these babies healthy babies, but they are remain healthy only if we are able to maintain that thing. And how to maintain it? Not to give them food which is having qualities of kapha. They should always eat food which is opposite to their dosha. Kapha predominant people are generally born overweight. So if I will talk about a newborn baby, if they are they are born with Vata predominant dosha, their weight is going to be around 1.5 to 2 kgs. So we generally say the baby is underweight. Okay. If a baby is born with Pitta dosha predominance, so their weight would be 2.5 kgs approx, 2 to 2.5 kgs. If a baby is born with like Kapha dosha predominance, their weight is going to be 3.5 to 4 kgs. Now, when you see these symptoms in your child, you need to eliminate some of the things that I'm going to tell you in next slide. What to eat, what not to. So in general, if I say if you are Vata dosha dominant person, what attracts more? If a Vata is imbalanced in your body, means you are already having Vata as a predominant dosha and your Vata is increasing. Generally, if you go to a Vedic nutrition or if you go to a Vedic doctor who is, who has done BA, MS in Vedic science, they will tell you that your Vata is increased. That's why you are having issue of stress or depression or anxiety. Vata increases, it gives birth to depression and anxiety. So basically, if you are or your child is born, if they are underweight, we generally say कि बहुत कमजोर है इसीलिए tension में रहता है. No. If a child is born underweight, he is tend to be or she is tend to be Vata dosha predominant, we should make sure that they are not eating something which is not complementary to their dosha. If they are not eating that way, they will be having stress. For sure, you must have seen there are so many people in your life, unnecessary they are taking stress or unnecessary they feel anxious and they get nervous too easily. I am a person in the same situation. I'm not getting nervous, but the other person is. Why? Because their bath is increased. So we generally say whenever you are feeling nervous, your hands are cold or your feet are shivering or your hands are shivering, you should take a glass of water. Just change the temperature of your body. Because bath means air increasing. Air increasing, that puts some water. Water is the property of kapha. Bath and kapha opposite. It will balance bath in your body and you will feel calm. Next, pitta dosha. If pith is penetrating in your body, if there is a fire in your body is increasing. And why it is increasing? If you are already predominant pitta dosha born, and then you are eating things, those are already warm in nature, like pomegranate thing, कहते हैं ना, something which is giving you like we generally say something which looks like cold, but it is hot inside. When you eat it, it is too hot for your body, too warm for your body. There are a few spices, there are a few fruits. I will mention them later. But if you eat the same thing, you will be a short temper person, no doubt. So you might have seen there are a lot of kids even at their young age. Earlier we used to see these symptoms when you're crossing 30, when you're crossing 40. But now we see these symptoms even in kids who are just are in 8th standard or 9th standard. Why? Because they are not able to maintain their diet and their lifestyle. Now, kapha dosha. Somebody who's already over, born with good muscles, heavy structure, dense, and then they are eating oily food, something which is not complementary to your dosha, your body dosha, definitely your weight will be increasing. So if you're born 3 kgs and you're supposed to be 10 by the age of 8, and you by the age of 3, so you will be 15 or 20 kgs by the age of 3. Why? Because you are not maintaining your weight. Cough is increasing, your dense will be increased. So what you need to do, you need to take a food which is having feature of vata dosha, like opposite nature. All right, so next slide is like this. वात दोषा क्या ये क्या इफेक्ट करता है आपकी बॉडी में? वात गिव यू साइकोलॉजिकल स्ट्रेस. Now a lot of people will be thinking why you're linking your meals with stress. Meal से stress होता है? Yes, होता है. If you're not taking appropriately, you will have stress. What about pith? Overuse of salt, overuse of spicy. We generally say somebody who is having problem of hypertension, of BP, they must eat less salt, less spicy food, less those fruits. Those are warm in nature. Those less of those veggies. Those are, we generally say this is too hot, too warm for this weather. These spices are not to be taken while in summer. Scott, they're warm in nature, so they should not take it anytime during the year, during summers, during winters even. If they will take it, they will have these issues. Alcohol, of course, somebody who is pitta dominant, they should not take alcohol at all. If they will be taking it, so you must have seen there are some people, we say कि यार इनको सूट नहीं करती है. Whenever he drink alcohol, he behaves, you know, so awkward. Why? Why this happens? When they are of this dosha, not eating it. And it is not something that is a theory or I'm talking all this on the basis. This is completely Vedic science. This is being accepted in UK as well. Not even in India, in other countries as well. So this is the base. In early times, when we used to follow our Vedic culture, Indian culture, we all used to be fine. We used to live for 100 and 150 years. Now we are running after allopathy. We are not understanding the value of our culture, our value of our Vedic science. So we are facing issues. See, अब sedentary habits की वजह से आपको कफ होता है या कफ से sedentary habits होती हैं, you must see yourself. Somebody who is lazy, they are going to be lazy. Somebody who is overweight, they will walk less. They will have low movements than other persons. Yes, they will be, right? So now, what we should eat? If you are Vata predominant, you should eat plenty of fruits and veggies. You should eat vegetarian food, low fat, whole grain meals, which are rich in fiber. But you should not eat something which is not cooked. If you are Vata dosha predominant and if you feel that you are born with bony structure, you feel that yes, I have weight lesser than it should be, then you should eat always cooked meal. You should not eat salads at all. If you want to avoid oil, if you want to, you say that oily doesn't suit me because pit symptoms are also there. So you should do one thing. You should have steam meals. You steam them, boil them, and eat them. But it should be warm. It should not be raw. All right. Next, for Pitta predominant, they should avoid caffeine, alcohol, tobacco, avoid sleeping during daytime. It plays a vital role in your lifetime. If in your lifestyle you're sleeping at daytime, definitely your Pitta will be disturbed. We generally say what happens, yeah, I'm feeling tired, I got up at 4, 5, whatever time you are waking up. If you're sleeping in daytime, your body will start giving responses after a few months of your this bad routine. You should not sleep in daytime, especially when you are pitta dominant. In other dosha too, you should avoid. But if you are pitta predominant, you should not sleep during daytime. Otherwise, you will have issues like hypertension, acidity, bloating, and your poor sleep qualities. These sort of issues you are going to face, and then later on they will be converted into anxiety or depression. Now, kapha dosha people. So basically, those who are kapha dosha predominant, what they are supposed to do, they're supposed to avoid, too oily, too creamy, especially whites. They should not take full cream milk. They should not eat paneer, rice, maida. Maida means refined wheat flour. So if they are avoiding white, their life will be as sorted as possible. So if I will show you, wait, what things they should eat as per their dosha. So if you are Vata predominant, you should eat banana, apple, melons, grapes in fruits. Dairies may they should take milk, butter, eggs, ghee, cheese, tofu. Vegetable may asparagus, carrot, celery, radish. Grains may oats, brown rice and wheat. Okay? Apple anybody can eat. Your Vata dosha predominant is that's why we always say apple is the safest fruit. You want to eat something you don't know about your dosha, eat apple. All right. So when you are Pitta predominant, you should not eat pomegranate. Mark my word, if you have symptoms I just explained for Pitta predominant people, if you are eating pomegranate, you will have 100% stress related issue. You will have issues like short temper. You will have issues like, mood swings will be there. You need to understand how your body is responding. So what you can eat? You can eat apple, avocado, orange, pear, etc. Butter, ghee, goat milk, soy milk can be taken in dairies. You say that can we take things like animal meals, eggs? No. Alcohol? No. Big no. If you are taking it, be ready to see its outcome. Vegetables, cabbage, cucumber, cauliflower, more fiber you will take, more good you will be feeling. Sorry. Grains may barley, oat, white rice, and wheat. So barley is basically good at time of summers only. But yes, you can take it in during winters as well. Kapha, berry, cherries, peaches, and plums. If you are kapha predominant, what you should not eat? Avocado, especially. Avocado gives it is too fatty, high protein. Buttermilk, fat milk, eggplant, mushroom, onion, peas, etc. Barley, corn, millet, and oats in flours. Nuts. If you are kapha predominant, you should not have nuts at all. Even if you feel like I want to eat it, so you can have 3 to 4 almonds overnight soaked and one walnut. That is it. Nothing else you can take during your lifetime. If you are taking it, then definitely it is going to give you. See, I eat. Some people say I eat this much and the impact is this much on me. But the other person is eating, they don't have impact because their body doshas are different. That's why, as simple as that. I see I'm being impacted by a meal which is not giving the same impact to my body or my partner. Why? Because we both have different bodies. Our bodies are made of different elements. We have different natures. So something which suits me doesn't suit him. If something that suits him doesn't suit me. So that is the thing how we should understand. So whatever I'm sharing with you, just go thoroughly and read the things. If you are actually going through these things and you're understanding what body type you are having, you're not going to face any of the issue. Trust me. So kapha dosha predominant, not supposed to have nuts. And pitta dosha, yes, it's warm in nature. They should not. Vata predominant, almond, walnut, and pistachio. Generally, Vata wale, they can eat everything. So I generally say, if you are having a balanced diet, if you're taking in limit, you can take everything. But for Pitta and Kapha, we generally say you should. Vata only supposed to avoid raw things. Something which is not cooked. So they are always supposed to eat warm food. Even if it is summer, yes. Even if it is summer, don't take salad. Don't go for, you're just eating a chaat, putting a lot of that black salt or pink salt on it and you're eating. You cannot take it. If you want to eat it, so cold will give you issues, brain related issues, and you will have stress, you will anxiety. And if that will be increased, you will have migraine as well. Seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, sunflower seeds, what can take, what pith can take, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, what cough can take, sunflower seeds and flax seeds. How can you take it? So dry roast, and you can have it putting it in your charge, putting it in buttermilk, I mean to say, and curd, and whatsoever thing you're having with your meal. Generally, I say the charge or your dairies should be taken at least a gap of 20 minutes with your meal. So if you are having bowl of curd in your meal plate, so you should take it aside, eat it after 20 minutes, you're done with your meal. So you cannot eat both the things together. Why not together? Because the digestive enzymes of these things. So chaliye, I'll be giving you an example. If you have a full plate of meal, there is veg, lentil, chapati, rice, and your dairy. So if for an example, I take you have a bowl of curd with you. How to eat it? And salad, must. How to eat it? You should start with eating salad. Now you will say, what about the bath person? They are not supposed to eat salad. See, they can steam their salad and like they have carrots, they can just steam it a little bit and they can eat it. That's it. They should not eat it like, raw. So now if you say how we should start, what should be the sequence of eating your plate? You should start with salad. Why? Digestive enzymes are low. What is the digestive enzymes? The time our body take to digest the meal. So if you are eating salad, maybe it will be digested within half an hour, 25 minutes. Then veggies and grains. So even if you have any veg, for an example, cabbage or whatever you have in your plate, along with your grain, either you starch or carbs, whatever you're eating, you eat both of them together. Then at last you should take your proteins, like if you're eating egg, chicken, or your lentils, legumes, whatever. So reason behind the sequences, salad having the least time. They take 20 to 25 minutes to digest it. And post that, your fiber that takes a time of like 30-40 minutes to digest. 1 hour. Depends upon if you're having eating peas, then it will take more time. But something you're eating which is light in nature, like, if I talk about things like bottle gourd, that will be digested in like few minutes. All right. So see, we call it light food as well. Then lentils, legumes, chicken, mutton, eggs, they take period of approx 6 hours to digest. That is the reason we say we should not eat protein and at night. Because if you're eating it at night, your body is working entire night to digest the same thing, and your body will be disturbed. Your sleep will be disturbed. Okay. Then herbs. Herbs, ginger, cumin, basil, clove, black pepper, oregano, you should take if you're Vata dominant. Then black pepper, cumin, cinnamon, cardamom, turmeric when you are Pitta predominant. And clove, cumin, cinnamon, and cardamom when you are Kapha dosha predominant. Now the thing is, there are a lot of people who say that, ma'am, yes, you are telling us what to eat. You think these issues are occurring because we are not taking proper diet, right? So what about the time when we used to eat homemade meals, our mother is cooking at home, we are only eating that thing. See, there are two reasons why we are having stress, why I say the child of 8th standard, they're having stress nowadays. Reason is, have you seen what lifestyle we are following nowadays? We are eating at 12. See, earlier there were less resources. If you want to go out at late night, you are out, you're like, "Arey yaar, I'm not going to get food outside. I should make it at home." Now everything is provided at your doorstep. 12 o'clock, you're ordering food, you're getting it, and you're eating outside meal. More facilities, more dangerous. Your child is saying that I want to see movie. I want to eat, I want to eat, I want to watch screen. All the time they're watching screen. And how that is impacting our life, I'm going to discuss the same in my next topic. But before that, I would just tell you what I just told you in my entire thing that I discussed with you. We started with stress management techniques and impact of social media on mind, tips to regain control during anxiety, and balancing your diet. We have just covered balancing your diet till now. And balancing your diet, may I have told you few things. You all might have got to know what dosha you are predominant and what you should eat, what you should not. Somebody want the data, I think they can get it from the admin. And next thing I want to tell you, whatever I am sharing here, if somebody will say that I have features of Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, all three possible. It's not important that I am calling that I am Vata dosha dominant, so I am only having these qualities. Come back to the thing which I was discussing, these qualities. Number one, thin, cracking, dry, low, and my appetite varies. No. This is also possible. We have 3 out of Vat, 3 out of Pit, or 2 out of Pit and 2 out of Kapha. So now if we are having combination of all 3, if we are having combination of all 3, you need to check 3 from Vat, 2 from Pit, 1 from Kapha, Vat predominant. If I'm going to match it, अगर मैं मैच कर रही हूँ कि कितने कितने सिम्टम्स जो है वो वात वाले हैं, कितने पित्त वाले हैं, कितने कफ वाले, आई विल जस्ट से एक मैक्सिमम कौन से वाले हैं, तो वो मेरा प्रीडोमिनेंस दोष है। प्रीडोमिनेंट दोषा जज करने के लिए ऐसा नहीं है कि आप बोलोगे अरे मेरे ये तो वैसे आई एम वाइट एंड माय स्किन इज थिक, नाउ माय आई एम मस्कुलिन, मैं ओवरवेट नहीं हूँ, बट माय डाइट वेरीज एंड माय फिंगर नेल्स आर क्रैकिंग एंड माय हेयर आर ड्राई, so I will say ki cough, 1 symptom, 1 feature. From Pitta, you have 1 feature, 3 features are from Vata, Vata dominant. Opposite to this, 3 features from Kapha, 1 from Pitta and 1 from Vata, Kapha predominant. So on the basis of this, we are only going to judge it. Now, this is done, and I would like to open my another slide where I will talk about impact of social media on life. Team, can you please help me here? So we have another PPT for this. Nitesh, is it visible? No,
Yes.
it's not. Again, not moving. This one I want. Okay. So impact of social media on mind. देखिए पता तो हम सबको है कि सोशल मीडिया का इम्पैक्ट क्या है. It's just that कि जानते हुए भी we are not able to control our things. But today I'm going to talk about some serious things and some of the things that we all are facing, but we are just ignoring it because maybe we are, unaware of it. So social media का impact क्या है हमारे ऊपर? The first thing is it makes you addictive. Social media is designed to be addictive because, something you see social media, in your brain, dopamine is released. You feel good. You feel pleasant. What is dopamine? I think most of you must be knowing dopamine is a chemical. It's a hormone that your brain releases when you have a, pleasant feeling, something that you like. So on social media, you're posting a picture. How come you're being addicted to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter? Posting a picture, then you're getting likes. So after every now and then, you're going and checking it out. After every 5 minutes, you're going and checking. After every 10 minutes, you're going and checking. So that one thing you're posting, or sometimes we are interested in watching someone else, their data, whatever they're posting, whatever they're doing. So that is the thing. More these sort of stuff will be there, more dopamine release, more pleasure we have. So we are having, more interest in watching these things. Like how to, manage all this. Now, there are 4 hormones I generally say that your brain releases. On the basis of this, one is dopamine, endorphin, oxytocin, and serotonin. I think ये मैंने यहाँ पे mention किए हैं. देखिए, all these are giving you pleasure. But nowadays, we are taking it from definitely in opposite thing, something that gives you negative impact. So dopamine, you may get it while you are eating healthy food. You feel pleasure when you eat healthy. You are not in guilt. Whenever you're eating, something which is not good for your health, that will give you guilt. You eat healthy food, dopamine will release. You will feel good. You will feel happy. You make some small goals in your life. Achieve them one by one. So for an example, I say I'm supposed to do 15 tasks in a month. So I divide like one task in 2 days, then one task in 2 days, and one task in 2 days. These small achievement gives you pleasure. They give you dopamine. Completing a task give you dopamine. For an example, I'm sitting here and I'm like you, I'm supposed to do it today. Anyhow, I have to do it. I'm having some trouble, but I have to do it. That gives you dopamine. Self-care activities. Why we say we are going to salon, having manicure, pedicure, having a head massage, going for a spa, because that releases dopamine in your body. But apart from getting all these from these positive things, we are getting it from something that has negative impact. We go to clubs, smoke, taking alcohol, dancing gives you pleasure, yes, dopamine. Watching reels, people are creating content like, you're laughing seeing them. So you're just getting out of this real world and you're getting into that fake world all the time. You're being connected to the screen. Obviously, it's a big loss. Endorphin, it is released when body feels pain, when your body feels stress. So endorphin is released. So have you heard about things people are getting snake bite these days? They just hurt themselves and they feel good. So endorphin, some people they need an endorphin in their body to feel pleasing. But basically, you should run. There are few people who they say that yes, I want to do exercise, and they are having endorphin in their body. They feel good. Somebody is doing something else, they're giving their body pain, and they are eating bitter things. Like alcohol is a very good example of it. Though it is giving somewhere, it is not giving you, it is not as sweet as other things are, but still we are eating it because it is giving you endorphin. Next is oxytocin. This is a hormone that makes you feel love, that makes you feel trust. So have you ever seen when a mother is giving birth to a child, the hormone is released called oxytocin. Next is serotonin. Serotonin is released. Basically, it is a hormone, that gives messages from your brain nerve cells to your entire body. एंड वेन एवर इट इज रिलीज, इसका बेसिकली इसका की रोल जो होता है वो आपके मूड को बैलेंस करना होता है, आपकी स्लीप को, डाइजेशन को, आपकी वाउंड हीलिंग को मैनेज करता है. बट ऑल ऑफ सडन हाउ इट हैपेंस व्हेन यू फील आइसोलेटेड, व्हेन यू डोंट फील लाइक गोइंग इन पब्लिक, getting social. So you might have seen that there are a lot of kids. Earlier they used to feel good while interacting to the world, but nowadays they don't feel like. They are like, no, we are fine here. We don't feel like interacting with people. And they are moody, they have mood swings, they feel less sleepy, and their digestion is not that good. Most of kids, like 30 to 40% student life kids, they are having constipation. Even I feel the constipation is there when a child is 4 5 years old. So I see the same thing is happening because of this thing, serotonin. It's not happening. And how we get serotonin? When this chemical is released in your body, when you have exposure to sun. Earlier, exposure to sun used to consider a very good thing. People used to sit in sun, not only in winter days. Even in summer, people used to walk for miles in during summers, and they used to have good feeling of getting sun rays to their body. Nowadays, people they are sitting in their closed rooms using air conditioners. They don't want to go out. Sun gives them tan. I remember I was taking a session of class 12 student, and a girl stood up and she said that, ma'am, if we are walking in sun, our body will be tan. I said, you can see that your body will be tan while you're walking in sun. And to compensate that vitamin D thing in your body, that vitamin will be, whenever it will be deficient in your body, you will be having supplements. And do you think that supplement won't give, that won't give birth to any other disease in your body? The tan will be, gone. Use something in your body, or after some time automatically it will be gone. And whatever you are eating, what harm it is giving to your internal organ, you don't even know about it. You can't even see it. So exposure to sun is really important. Another thing is oxygen supply in our brain. How come oxygen supply is lower nowadays? Have you ever realized that we are human and we need we need oxygen to breathe, to stay alive? In old times, I remember if you are sleeping in a room which is full of carbon dioxide, you will die. We were taught when we were young in our early stage of our life that if you will be sleep in a room, and if there is something, if coal is burning and there's a carbon dioxide, your room is full of carbon dioxide, you will die after 4 hours. And carbon monoxide. And what we are doing nowadays, suppose me, my spouse, my kid, we are sleeping in the same room for 8 hours, 7 hours. Room is closed, AC is working, curtains are there. Now there is not even a single point from where oxygen can enter in our room. And we all are releasing carbon dioxide throughout. Can you imagine why we need air purifiers nowadays? There is not even a single spot from where we can receive oxygen. How will we have good brain? How will we get, earlier we used to have 7 hours nap and we used to feel like, getting up with a lot of energy, full of energy. Now we are feeling low. No supply of oxygen to the brain, to the body. How can we imagine that going somewhere, going to fancy places, you can have, more oxygen, doing meditation. At least you start improving your basics. If basics are like this, that we are not able to, get the necessities, oxygen is the first thing that we need. We can't just, you just lock yourself in a trunk. Can you survive there? We are actually locking ourselves in a trunk every night when there is not even a single spot to get oxygen. Can you imagine that? That is true. When we talk about other things like, when I talk about things like there are a lot of kids, they are, in class grade 10 or grade 11. Earlier, there used to be patterns like they're going out, playing in parks, they're interacting with the nature. I think hardly we interact with nature nowadays. Going out, walking for a mile, walking for a few time in a park has been it's a task in our day life. We feel like, अरे यार, walk करके आ जाते हैं. Why you don't want to do it? You need oxygen. The basics are not being given to our body nowadays. You know? And apart from this, what else we need? Something that gives you pleasure. We are so busy in our life. Our day routine is so busy. We don't have 1 hour for our body. If we are doing exercise, anything you do in exercise, why you need to go to gym and just use weights? You can do anything. People used to do exercise at home earlier. So people are just to increase their business, they have started gyms, and you think that only going to the fancy gym will give you thing called endorphin. No, endorphin can be given if even if you sit at home, you do pranayam for 15 minutes, you do some kapal bhati, you do some surya namaskar, you do 10 reps and you're done. You don't have to do anything else. So things you are not getting from your basics, definitely you're going to be, impacted by all these things, and stress definitely आपकी बॉडी को इम्पैक्ट करेगा. You will feel like there is a lot of burden on your head entire. Sometimes we are having cold feelings, we are numb, we don't know what to do because we are ourselves loading ourselves with so much stress because we are not giving right diet to ourselves. We are not giving, कहते हैं ना, food, water, air, oxygen. We are not giving oxygen. Food, we are not eating as per our doshas or whatever our body should take. See, something, if it is white, you put more white into it, it will be complete white and nothing will be visible. Something which is white, put red, green, yellow, black on it, only then it will be visible. That's why I say eat as per your body dosha. Again, I'm coming back to my main topic, which is social media makes you addictive. Social media makes you addictive. How? I told you, they are things are being designed in a manner that you will feel like going back there again. We have forgot about the things those are giving us dopamine could be we could get from various things I just told you. Sleep disorder. How come we are having sleep disorder while using a lot of screen? You know that there's a blue light that coming from the screen, and even in market you must have seen that there are a lot of glasses. They are if you can go to some Carl's Eyes, or there are some brands, they are making some glasses. If you wear them, so there is a blue light that is directly coming from the screen that will impact less to your brain and your eyes. How come it is good for you? Because that blue light from screen can interfere with body's natural sleep wake cycle. Apart from this, that impact your eyes, Apart from this, that impact your skin, and a lot of things are there. So we generally we say whenever you are not using screen, just stay away from screen. If you are not doing anything, there's a break time, just stay away. And one more thing is, whenever you're sitting in front of the screen, you blink less. When you blink less, obviously that impact your eyes, and again that give dryness to your eyes. And whenever there will be dryness to your eyes, then itching, then irritation, then that will be lead to sleep disorders. Isolation. I will share one incident with you. I was sitting in my clinic once, and a lady came. She came with her child, and she said that my child is in ninth standard. She was a girl, very pretty girl she was. And she said that, you know, my child doesn't like to interact with anybody. She is like, I don't want to go on wedding functions. I don't want to go on, family meets. She's not going to meet any of her relatives. She would not like to sit with her parents. How come that is possible? We are family, we are living in a joint family, but she don't want to interact with anybody. We ourselves, we are gifting mobile phones to our kids. We are gifting iPads to our kids. Do you think how fascinating the world looks in a screen? If I live in a city where there are less trees, a sky is not completely blue, everybody looks not that beautiful as it appears to be on screen, definitely I will not like to stay in real world. If for 3 hours I am sitting in front of the screen and I can see people are so fat, what a physique they have. They're running like they're flying. Their vehicles, the way they are doing things, they're excellent. Would you like to stay in real world? No. The best solution is to keep them away for some time from the screen and show them the real world. If they are seeing the fake world all the time, we call it real world. What we are living in is a real world. Me, myself, what I appear to be on TV, what I am in a real life is totally different. There I'm given a script. I am given directions from my director. There will be my team. There will be makeup. There will be styling and everything. And they will just like as fascinating as I can look on screen. But do I live like the same in my real life? No. Do I sleep like Ekta Kapoor serials? Like the people they are sleeping at night, they're having a lot of heavy jewelry that looks, why, how they're sleeping? That looks so fascinating. Why females are having so much addiction over watching serials? See, if in their real life they are not celebrating festivals like this, but when they see it on screen, arey acha lag raha hai, so they celebrate their festival on screen only because there everything looks so fascinating, so colorful. Rather, in early times, what female used to do, they used to decorate their house themselves. They used to make rangolis. Even everything is done by the female of the house with their hands. They're creating chart papers, writing Shubh Labh on that, creating complete Diwali, and portraying a picture, whatever the stories, whatever the rituals they have related to their family. Now we are buying everything. A sticker is being bought from the market, and we are sticking it somewhere. We are buying fancy things from the market and just putting it somewhere on the wall here and there. Then we are like screen on key, and we are sitting and we are watching it. Definitely, isolation will come. Why isolation will come? When you will be like, नहीं मुझे तो ये दुनिया ज़्यादा अच्छी लगती है. So the more you will be interacted with social media, the more you will feel like getting detract from the real world. Next, changes in brain chemistry. So basically, when we use screen frequently, there are things emotionally, and we have disorders like our learning capacity is low. आप बार बार स्क्रीन को यूज करोगे, इमोशनली यू विल बी वीक. आपकी एक लर्निंग कैपेसिटी है वो इम्पैक्ट होगी. So for an example, you just test today. You test. You don't watch screen after waking up. Your efficiency would be like double your natural efficiency. I remember I will share one other incident of a boy. He was 25 or 26 and he came to me once and he said that, See, I can do it, but I don't know why I'm not getting, good results. I'm not able to give my 100%. And I know my brain knows that I can do it. So I told him that, what do you do when you wake up? So when he wake up, he just take the phone from the charging and he starts scrolling the screen. And whenever he's sleeping, he's just watching the screen and then he's sleeping. So I told him just a simple solution. And I said, you do one thing. Get up in the morning. Don't watch screen for 2 hours. These 2 hours you should give to yourself. Whatever you want to do, you just roam here and there. Just like, in your West, you roam here and there, talk to people, see, you look at sky, look at trees, whatever you want to do, just do sit idle, but don't watch screen. If you think the screen will keep you busy, definitely you see one thing. We are living in a world where if somebody would say, I should do hard work and you will get the income for the same, would you like to do it? No. But you are giving your time to scroll the screen. Your time, their money. So it's not like that you are busy in doing something because that is not useful. I don't think so. Something you're watching on social media, I tell you one thing, out of 100 things, hardly 5 to 10 things are useful for you. And what about other things? Apart from those 5, 6 things, all other things are useless. These are being designed in a manner that your brain is like, oh, acha lag raha hai. Let's watch. And once you take a phone in your hand and you start scrolling your screen, you start scrolling things, you are like completely gone in the same thing. Your targets are delayed. And I don't know. Most of the people, they feel that our life is so busy, so stressful. And whenever they sit down, they don't eat properly. They don't do exercise. They don't think about their body. They don't think about things. Those are more important. What they do, they love to watch screen. You spend entire day in office. Now you should talk to some of your friends. You should sit with people you love. You should sit with your kid or your life partner or your spouse or whatever. What we do instead, we try to get dopamine from seeing others post on Facebook or YouTube videos or reels. And what are we doing? We are giving the time what our loved one deserves to somebody who is getting money out of it. Am I right? Yes, I'm right, since I can't hear you guys. So that is thing, comparison to idealized images leading to stress. I think this is the most impressive thing I found on internet, that we are generally comparing, a comparison is being made between us to those people we hardly know. Okay, tell me one thing. Isn't it like that before things were being posted on Instagram or Facebook? People were not going to holidays, or they were not wearing fancy clothes, or they were not going to functions, or they were not doing things like they're doing before. They were doing it. Now, after social media impacts, people are, you know, I think sometimes above their capacity, they're spending on things they should not. Once you're wearing something, going an event, then you're feeling like dopamine chahiye, and then you post the picture on the Instagram or sorry, or Facebook, and then you keep watching the social media again, how many likes you're getting, and now again, whenever you're going social, wearing the same thing, you feel like I shouldn't wear this. Everybody has seen this once. Waste of resources. Yes, some can afford, some can't. So if you are going 10 times in a month, you're going out, you cannot have 10 new things. Some can afford, they're taking it and they're wasting. Some who can't, stress. Then I think this is the worst thing, worst impact of social media. So one, earlier, it's just summer vacation, not everybody is going out. I remember 70% of the families, they used to chill, have mangoes at home, sitting in front of their coolers and ACs or whatever they had to keep their house cool. And going to their nanny house, meeting their friends every day, eating ice cream, finishing their homeworks, like this. But nowadays it's a race. You know, the females are like, that lady is going abroad, I should also. That lady is going on hills, I should also. Kids are like, that is going there. Where is that? We generally say, na, where is that nani ka ghar we used to go in our summers? It is not existing at all. Why? Because the social media has ruined our personal life. And we cannot always match the students, people, match the standards of people living up to. Like if somebody is living that life, it's not necessary. I'll be living, maybe I'll having different resources. My monetary status is different. Everything is different than those people. Social media is, it is easily, you can just get see their life, whatever is happening. If the other person is having, okay, I'm wearing this at this event, and you're feeling like, acha, that guy is wearing this, I don't have this. So what I will do, I will not go there, and I will interact less with people, and I'm like, moreover, I'm isolated. I remember in a few time back, if I talk about kids, they used to feel good while going on wedding functions and while interacting with their, relatives and members of the family or their maternal and paternal families. Nowadays, what is happening? Kids are not at all comfortable in going, going out of this and, just meeting people because they are more happy in their either in their social media life, their fake world, or they feel like they cannot go to that level, they cannot match people's level, or they feel like some of the negative content that is streaming on social media, they feel yes, ye to relatives are bad. A common statement that I've heard from every, I think 15-14 year old, I think out of 10, 6 are saying, "Are relatives are so bad." Even if your relatives are good, reading to or hearing to those statements, you will feel that is bad. And we don't like it. It is a common statement. Not everybody is having the same experience, but your child even don't want to say it because it has already got the experience from the social media. Now, whatever you can do, but they are not going to change their mindset. Okay, so that is again coming back. I think we have completed impact of social media. Okay, so I'm repeating myself here. The second topic I'm going to complete, and I think we can take a break as well. Let me see what time it is. Okay, so okay, it is one. So Nitesh sir, can we take a break now, or it
Yeah,
is allowed or not? We can.
break is not allowed with continuous session.
Okay,
You can
ठीक है,
continue.
तो कंटिन्यूस करते हैं. क्वेरीज ले सकते हैं बीच में, बिकॉज मुझे लगता है मैंने काफी सारा बोल दिया. वी शुड टेक एक क्वेरी का कुछ चैट बॉक्स में क्वेरी ले सकते हैं क्या?
आफाक, आफाक, कुछ क्वेरी है तो चैट बॉक्स में डाल दो.
ओके, ओके सर, ओके सर, बिकॉज मेरे 2 ही टॉपिक बचे हैं. सो आई थिंक हाफ एन आवर और 40 मिनट्स में वो फिनिश हो जाएंगे, देन हम एक साथ क्वेरी ले लेंगे. चलेगा सर?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
time 1
continue.
hour.
ठीक है. So next topic is stress management technique, and again I will share the same slide with you all. Is it visible, sir? Am I audible, sir?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Okay, okay, done. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please tell me. Uh, okay. So let me answer these questions first. Okay, the first question is from TS and अच्छा team support की तरफ से ही है. Vata and Kapha are opposite, and a person with Vata dosha eats Kapha ingredients, he will be okay. But what if he has more of with oily, spicy foods? Feel that doesn't suit the body. 3 dates are good every day. Okay. ये different questions है क्या? Okay. Third is response. ओके सो हेयर आई वांट टू टेल यू वन थिंग, जैसे कि मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया, देखिए ऐसा नहीं है वात एंड कफ ऑपोजिट है. वात को आप पित्त से भी बैलेंस कर सकते हो, कफ से भी बैलेंस कर सकते हो. बेसिकली इसी के लिए ही हम लोगों ने इतनी पढ़ाई की है कि आप किसी प्रोफेशनल के पास जाओ और आप उससे पूछो कि मुझे क्या प्रॉब्लम है. सो ये कोई नंबर नहीं है कि मैंने बोला कि आप इतना कर लोगे इससे हो जाएगा. आई
Please
जस्ट
speak in
वॉन्ट टू टेल
English
यू.
only.
Oh, sorry. I got it now. So I just want to tell you one thing. It's not like that. Vat and Kapha are opposite and Pit is not. To Vat, Pit and Kapha both are opposite. To Kapha, Vat and Pit both are opposite. To Pit, Vat and Kapha both are opposite. Am I clear? Now, when you are Vat predominant, okay, and you are saying you are eating either Vat or being Kapha, you are eating Pit dominant things or something that has properties of Pitta dosha. So will that be okay? Yes. Up to a limit, it is okay. If I say you are, I told you first of all, I told you if you are Vata predominant, you can eat anything. They are the safest people. Okay, but saying in limit and to avoid raw meals. Now I talk about kapha. If they stay in their limits, if they have balanced diet, so they can eat it. It's not like that I'm telling you ki you should, start searching everything. You should mark everything like this ki if you are this dosha predominant, so you will not be eating anything else. No, it's not like that. But you have to understand, if you are pitta dosha predominant, then you can't take pith meal. If you are vata dosha predominant, then you can't eat more of vata so that anxiety will be raised. If you are kapha predominant, so you can't be eating something so that your obesity will be raised or whatever, PCOD, PCOS, hypertension, diabetes, these all diseases connected to kapha dosha. Okay, so it's just that Vat cannot eat Vat, Kaph cannot eat Kaph, Pit cannot eat Pit. That was just my example where I was telling you if you are Vat predominant, so you can eat Kaph. So you can take slightly Pit as well because fire is also required by your body. If there will be no fire in your body, you will not able to digest the meal. That is also one thing. So 3 dates are good. See, dates are good, but you should go for dry dates. I personally say. Why? Because generally, whatever dates we get, they are sugar coated. So, being hardcore nutritionist, I will say you should avoid whites, you should avoid sugar. I won't say 100% you should not take it, but you should take it in limit. So, like for an example, I say if you are taking, if you're sitting in office and you have 3 to 4 cups of tea a day, and the sugar should be restricted to 2 spoons only. So, if you're going for 4 cup of teas, then half spoon in your tea one, then half spoon in tea two, and then again tea should also be in lesser quantity. So like once, if you're taking tea a day and taking 1 spoon of sugar, then you take half cup of tea and half spoon of sugar. Okay, so that is it. 3 dates can be taken, but there are dates in the market. We call it Dubai dates or Arabic dates. They are generally black in color. They are dry. They are not sugar coated. You can take that. Very good if you go to park and you feel good. For pitta person, which fruits are not to be eaten. So I have given you a list there. So pomegranate should not be taken, and there are some other fruits. The list I have already given in the PPT. You can read it itself. While I was going in a flow, so I told that time. But rather, what not to eat, you should focus on what should eat more because there are always alternatives. So I will say you can eat apple, you can eat cherries, berries, you can eat avocado also can be taken. So there are few things, plums, can be taken, and pears can be taken, right? So you should take that. Avoid may basically, I generally say, we in Hindi I tell people something that is warm in nature, जिसकी तासीर गर्म होती है, so you should avoid that. ठीक है, that's it. Sir, are we done with the queries यहाँ तक के लिए? Should I close the chat box? ठीक है. All right, sir. So next is stress management techniques. So as in the beginning of my session, I told everyone that I never believed, that why to manage things that is not precious to you. But yes, we should learn all these things and we should go through this once. One thing to manage your stress is exercise. And how come exercise impact your stress level? I told you. Going back on my earlier point, if you do exercise, a chemical named endorphin is being released, and that gives you pleasure. So endorphin is being released when you get a body massage, when you do exercise, when you're doing running, or various other things. Last night, I heard an interview of a social worker. She was stating, she said, we are watching so many kids, they are driving their bikes, cars on 200, 250 kilometer per hour speed. And then after, if unfortunately they are met with some tragedy, their family, they are just, they are facing the loss, not you. You are, to theek hai, you, whatever you do, you got the result. But what about your family? Generally, people think that endorphin, which is being released while driving your vehicle on speed, is the only thing how you get that pleasure. But first time I saw that Desi lady who was talking about this thing called endorphin, and she said, if you really want this pleasure, why don't you get it while running in the park or running in the stadium? She said, if you want to get the same thing and the same pleasure, why don't you run like Milkha Singh? And she's absolutely right, and technically right, I will say. If you want to have this feeling of driving your vehicle at the speed and you feel pleasure, rather driving your vehicle and putting others and your life on danger and creating a mess for your family as well, when you have some problem unfortunately with it, rather you go in the stadium, run, give proud moment to your country if you're actually good at it. Give yourself a good body, stay away from diseases. Definitely endorphin will be released, and exercise is one of a method how you can detract stress from your life, and you will have a feeling that gives you pleasure. Eat well. Most of the people must be thinking that why I'm every now and then I'm focusing on eating well. See, I am a dietitian. I will be talking about this thing. But how come this is connected with our life? As I told you, different various body doshas. Every dosha, if being imbalanced, put your life on stake, give you some disease. Earlier it is small, then it is increased. If you don't treat it, then treat it. Now treating it doesn't mean that you should go on medications and you should start eating medicine. I never ever promote anybody to eat medicines. Your body should heal itself. You feel, see, if your eyes, I have seen there are a lot of small symptoms. For that we are eating supplements nowadays. So a little headache, you should take sodium. You feel I'm having headache and I should take things called Saradon or Disprin, don't go for it. Take a glass of water, put some pink salt into it, mix it and drink it. Your headache will be gone, trust me. I'm sitting here, you tell me if it is not gone. What are we doing nowadays? We are not eating well. And then, basically, headache arises when you're not eating well. So any day you have fast, you will notice that you will start feeling headache. If you're not eating well, you will feel like, Acha, I didn't eat properly today. Now I'm feeling like I'm having some, pain over here in my head. And it will be irritating until you eat something. So the first thing our mother used to tell us whenever we were kids, Mama used to say, oh, it is your headache. Okay, you eat something, it will be gone. And now I say, if you feel feeling of like having headache, you eat salt. Just put it in water, drink it. Lack of sodium. But it should not be taken too much. The limit of sodium intake in a midday should be around 1200 mg. And you should also maintain that, because if you take a lot of sodium, if you take more than limit, you are tend to have hypertension. Like I told you in my previous slide, that eating too much salt or too salty, spicy things can lead to hypertension, which you generally know, we call it BP in our normal language. So how will we get to know that how much sodium we should take? So generally, I tell you that sodium is more in packed foods. That is why we generally say you should avoid eating packed food. So why it is put in packed food? Because sodium increase the shelf life of eatable. So if you put sodium into anything, it is life is being increased by twice or thrice. Or if I take example of basic things like bread, juices, cookies. So, on an average, if you take 4 slices of bread along with butter, that will give you on an approx sodium of 600 to 660 mg. Depend upon the size of the bread and the butter you're putting it. More butter, more sodium, definitely. But on an average, if you take it in a normal quantity, then the other day, rest day, you can only take 600 mg of sodium. If you go more than it, then you will be having issue. Definitely, you will feel irritated all of a sudden. You will not be liking things. That is the outcome of sodium. Excess of it give you irritability. You will feel irritated. And when you are not eating well, then you need sodium. Because if you are not eating food, sodium is not given inside. So balance of everything is important. So I say take it up to 1200 mg, but if you haven't taken it, if you haven't eaten it, so your body will say, I need sodium, I need sodium. Your body doesn't need Saradon. Your body doesn't need Disprin or any other XYZ medicine. I frankly, openly say this, tell me a name of a medicine that will just finish the disease from your body. There will not be a single thing. You say you eat Dolo and your fever will be gone. No, it will not be gone. If there's a problem inside, your body will be fighting with it. If your body is successful, yes, the fever will be gone. But till the time your body is fighting with that particular thing, you will feel like, yes, I am, you know, um, I'm feeling I'm feverish. Okay, so if you are having any disease, that means your body is fighting with the same disease. Okay, get enough sleep. Like I told you that sleep disturbance is there nowadays. Stress होता है हमें. Sleep, lack of sleep ki wajah se. So whenever I'm telling you that you were sitting in front of the screen, that blue light is impacting your sleep wake cycle. Yes. And next thing is, even if we are not in front of the screen, we don't take proper sleep. And most of the people who don't know, I must tell you that I in one of my sessions, even I told members about basal metabolic rate of our body. There I generally tell that even if your body, whenever your body sleeps, you are burning calories. So it is important for your body to take rest. So whatever you're eating at 7 p.m. at night, whatever you are eating at 8 p.m. at night, or whatever time, you give your body, either you stop eating at 6 and give your body that pause so that your body can, process meal meanwhile, and then later on, next day, whenever you're eating, whatever the food you ate last day, that is being digested by your body. So if you eat till late and next early you are starting, so it is just like that hodgepodge in your body. So let's take an example of a hand blending machine. So our body is nothing more than a that manual machine where we just blend and put onion, garlic, and things inside, and they are being shifted to the another storage box, which is just generally kept on the lower side of that manual machine. So it's just like that. So you believe that today you're putting different things, having different digestive enzymes, then you are just your body is working, digesting meal. Now you're not able to sleep well because your body is working, you're eating late night. If you eat till 6 or 7 and give a proper space, 6, 7 hours of 8 hours of fasting, that means now your body is processing the meal you took last, and now you give your body some space. Don't feel like eating all the time. At least that you're 8 hours between your last meal and your next meal. During your sleep, I'm not talking about daytime. Daytime, the maximum gap should be of 4 hours, right? Practice relaxation techniques. I generally tell people to practice relaxation techniques. And for that, for the same, I tell them to, do pranayam or, long inhale, exhale exercises, breathing exercises. And most of the people, they ask me when we are feeling stressed, what should we do? What could be an instant practice technique? For the same, what you should do, you should just move your body, like just do this, do this, and then just shake your body once, like अपनी body को loose छोड़ दीजिए और shake कीजिए. If you can sleep in shavasana, best. If you can't, on your chair. If you can't, then you should do it wherever you are, but just lose your body and just stretching your body once. Okay, spend time with your loved ones. I told you, oxytocin, this is being released when you spend time with your loved ones. You have the feeling of love and trust. And socializing is a one of the manner how you get this chemical in your body. So oxytocin is something that you get it when you socialize. And for animal lovers, whenever you're petting animals, definitely then you have the same feeling. And one most important feeling to have that hormone in your brain, in your nerve cell, is helping others. You might not feel that when there is somebody needy coming in front of you, you're giving them anything like food or whatever help you can do to that needy person. There is a good feeling inside. अच्छा लगता है. So if you see, even if a child is there, they feel good about it. They feel like, yes, I'm feeling so good because, what a great feeling it is. That feelings come because of this hormone called oxytocin. So if you spend time with your loved ones, spend time with kids, spend time with spouse. So say, yeah, I'm too tired, too bored. Let's go on a vacation. I wanted to have some time with my family. People say too, for your work-life balance, you should, on regular breaks, you should go out and spend time with your family. That is also really important. Okay. And next is learn to say no. Very important. How come that impact your, you know, management of stress in your body? For an example, there are two children in front of you. One is 8 years old and another is 16 years old. All right. You can see physically, I will relate it later with our example. You can see this child is 8 years old and another child is 16 years old. Now I have two bags with me. The weight of the first bag is 2 kgs and the weight of the other bag is maybe 3 or 4 kgs. If I'm supposed to shift my burden to the kids, to whom I will be giving the bag of 3 kgs and to whom I will be giving the bag of 1 kg? Very obvious. The one who is 16 years old, I'll see his capacity and give the 3 kg back to the 16-year-old kid. I'll give 1 kg back to the 80 years old kid. ऐसा ही होने वाला है, right? Now, I say in real life, we are the only one to make others realize that we are of what age. That means what is my capacity of handling this burden. Seeing the age, we generally, we differentiated with like, yeah, I can see the capacity of yours handling this burden. Yes. So my child who is 8 years old, I felt like his capacity of holding this burden would be lesser than the other one. Now, in real life, it's not about your physique. Somebody who is 100 kgs, maybe, we must not be able, maybe he is not able to take even this much stretch, this much stress. And another who is 50 or 60 kgs, he can take stress as much as they can, burden as much as they can. And if at this, on the basis of this, I have to decide So how can I tell other person that I cannot take more than this? My capacity is this much. Then this technique comes. Technique of saying no. When you are not able to do something, say no. I've taken a lot of sessions of some housewives, some homemakers. They come and they sit with me and they say, we have a lot of pressure. And I see something there where you can take help of others. If that reduces your stress, you should go for it. The most important thing is only take the burden that you can. And it is your one time task to balance your life in a manner so that it is not bothering you every day. If I am at work, what I do, I plan my things in a manner so that everything is driven automatically. I don't have to go manually everywhere. There are systems, procedures. Everybody is doing their task. Everybody is just, finishing their job, going back home, coming back on time, working again, finishing their job and going back home. We are doing we are doing all this the same manner, na? The same way we need to manage our life. If today I say every day I'm getting up at 5 o'clock and entire day I'm running, so it is not because I have got stress in my life. It is because I am not able to handle my responsibilities in well manner. I'm not able to handle it. I should create a chart. I should see what I can do at what time. If in 1 hour, I think in 1 hour I will be finishing 10 tasks, I'm a human. I can't. I can't. Learn to say no and try to balance your life by creating a chart every morning. I always suggest everybody buy a notepad. In the morning write whatever you can do. Think मैं ये कर सकता हूँ. अब मैं सुबह से लेके चलूंगी 15 चीजें. If early in the morning I decide there are 15 things in my mind and I'm thinking 15 things I can do entire day, that's not possible at all. Practically I have to think these are 15 things, I can finish them in a week. Today I will only finish 2 things. That small achievement will give my brain dopamine. I will have a small achievement. I will start feeling good when I will have finished that. 2 things. If I am not creating a schedule, not writing down my task, then what will happen? In my brain, there are 15 things. And at the end of the day, I'm like, oh shit, I'm still left with 13 things. And same thing I'm repeating till next 17, 18 days. And after 18 days, oh, today I'm relieved. But this relieved feeling I can have every day. Every day when I say, this is impossible. No, 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 no. I can't do it in a day. I know my body and my capacity. Today I can do 2 things. Writing down 2 things and shifting the other on the rest of the others days. It will be done on time. I will be happy. I will be relaxed, less stressful, and definitely more happier than before. Next thing is avoid unhealthy coping mechanism. As I told you that in the social media world, comparison to idealized images is very common. A lot of people they are comparing themselves by seeing these fake images or the social media thing. Even the celebrities are accepting nowadays that we are not in real life as we appear on the screen. So if you think that this is our life king style, no, it is not like that. Maybe some of the celebrity have you must have seen in COVID as well. They must be washing dishes. You think, are they're all the time, they have the big nails on, they're ready, their makeup is on. It is like that. Maybe they're getting money for to be the same and to react like that. But it doesn't mean that that is the ideal thing and you have to be like that. So that coping mechanism will definitely harm you. Whatever you are only because I told you, whatever the other person is eating, I can't eat that. Same way, whatever life they are living, they have different environment, different circumstances, different family backgrounds, different family as well. So they must be having a different life. If I avoid that, I will be happier. If I start copying myself or start comparing myself to the other person, I will not be happy at all. That's also obvious. Identify the cause. So here, I want to tell you one thing. I remember there is a thing called trigger point. Whenever you get a, you know, stress thing, or you get, anxiousness, and whenever your hands are shivering, there's a trigger. Why we are failing? Because we don't identify that trigger. I remember when I was being taught this thing in my class long years back. So my teacher told me everybody who is facing these issues, they have a trigger point. So you can't press the rifle without any trigger point. Same ways, the anger can't come out without the trigger point. That anxiety and stress can't come out. That reaction, that adverse effect, that can't come out until that trigger is being pressed. So the best thing before वो कहते हैं ना कि it is prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure. You identify it. What is the trigger point that makes you go this worse? If you identify a point, definitely you are able to balance it. There are some people, they feel bad when they are being compared to others. There are few people, they feel bad when they did anything like it. I feel bad when there is somebody who is telling me, socially, they would give me an insult or I feel low. So I would try to avoid somebody. If I know that, okay, they don't have sense how to, talk to somebody, I would avoid, because that's my trigger point. They will say something to me which is likely to give trigger to my mood, so I would avoid that person. So I am not in reality like that. I'm just giving you an example, right? So identify the cause ho gaya. Build emotional strength. uh, this is a thing which we generally see in kids aging 2 to 10 years, and then when you are 20 to 30 years old, ये बहुत फेस करते हैं लोग. ADHD, you must have heard. So basically, if you are emotionally weak, you are going to react on things those are not favorable to you. So, what is that? For an example, I don't like to be ignored. Emotionally, I'm weak. Whenever I'll be ignored, either I will cry, or I will stressed out, or I will not talk to anybody. I'll stop talking. I'll stop meeting people. I'll stop reacting. I'll stop eating. Or on a higher side, if I am on aggressive one, so I'll start shouting. I'll start getting angry for no reason. So what is the reason? Our emotional strength is weak. So emotionally we are weak. So if I talk about these things, what should we do to avoid these things, to avoid this weakness and to maintain our emotions? What we should do? We should drink plenty of water. You must have one guru, have faith in God. And the last thing is how you can build your emotional strength. Try to write down your feelings. If you feel bad of something or emotionally you're not that strong, so we always need, earlier time we used to say that you should always be in touch with your best friend or your mother and your parents. We generally don't say it now because it's not possible to be in touch with anyone nowadays. Maybe your mother will be busy or your friend will not be there when you need it. So we generally give an option to the person who's feeling emotionally weak. We say just take a notepad with you. Whenever you feel weak, you start writing. Why the tears are rolling down from eyes? You know what is the reason? It is rolling down because we are not able to express ourselves and to tell someone that, see, I'm feeling broken inside. So whenever you feel like that, in the beginning, identify the cause and start writing. Start writing, this I'm feeling. This is happening. I'll try to manage this next time. Even if I have a hint of this thing, I will try. I'm not going to that place again. To keep yourself from a noisy environment. Noisy doesn't mean that sound I'm talking about. If you're keeping yourself away from that environment, it's okay. It's good for your mental health. Okay. Tips to regain control during anxiety and panic attacks. This is the highest stage of being anxious and, I will say, being depressive. Take deep breaths. So if you feel somebody who's getting attack of anxiety, you should ask them to count till 10 Take long breaths. What is the pattern of taking long breath? You should inhale deep. While inhaling, your stomach should be like a balloon. Take as much as air it can take inside. While exhaling, your stomach should be squeezed. Okay? Again, you will repeat it. Whenever you're breathing, your stomach is just like a balloon with air, and then squeezing it out and releasing the breath outside. And then in both the things, you will only use your nasals, your nostrils. You will not use your mouth to do this. Only use these, your nostrils. Use grounding techniques. Okay. How come grounding techniques impact you when you are in a situation of panic attack or anxiety attack? I tell you, anxiety attack is the worst phase or worst stage of imbalance of vata in your body. Anxiety starts from being nervous, then stressful, then feeling, different feelings coming down your way, and then all of a sudden your hands are shivering, your hands are cold, and then you feel anxious. So in that thing, you have vata imbalance in your body, and the easiest way, I'll tell you why don't we generally touch pith to balance Vata? Because imbalance of Vata and Kapha is easy. We can still manage it out. But when the fire is more, it takes, the outcome is really dangerous. When you're angry, you can do anything, if you won't be doing it in limit. So it can lead to a, worse outcome. So we generally suggest you go in touch with the natural earth and water, which is kapha. So, coming in contact with earth and water, you drink a glass of water and you lay down on earth, lay down on ground, touch the ground with your hands. Immediately in contact with the earth will help you balance the air and earth in your body. You will feel less anxious that time. आपने ये सब casually सुना होगा, that if you're feeling anxious, drink a glass of water, take long breath. What is the reason behind it? I'm telling you. Focus on senses. So when you are anxious, for a time your brain stops working because there is low supply of oxygen or no supply of oxygen, depends upon the stage in your body. So when you feel anxious, what happens? All of a sudden you start feeling like there is no oxygen, and the connection between your brain and body is just pausing for a time. So what you need to do, you have to activate your senses. And what you do to activate your senses? You take mint, you touch something hot or something cold, you yawn. Generally, you must have seen if somebody is losing breath, doctor say, take a yawn. And naturally, your body do that. Even if doctor is not telling you, you will naturally doing it. ऐसा करोगे and then your breathe will be back. So most of the people, they said that we are not able to breathe. So there are only two reasons. Either cardiac issues, if your ECG is normal, then they will say it is go to a psychiatrist or psychologist. You are having anxiety. It is an anxiety attack. So anxiety attack may, it's not like that why you are not able to breathe, because there is low oxygen supply in your body. So we generally say, if you on a daily basis, if you're going in a park, interacting with trees, interacting with other things, so that will be lesser in your body. Relax muscle, the same thing as I told you in the stress, in your to retract this अटैक थिंग, व्हाट यू नीड टू डू, हाउ टू रिलैक्स योर मसल, विच आपने देखा होगा पहले लोग क्या करते थे कि जब बैठे होते थे थोड़ी थोड़ी देर के बाद एक ब्रेक लेते थे. सो दे यूज टू डू दिस, दे यूज टू डू दिस. सो व्हाई दे यूज टू डू इट? कि आपकी बॉडी में जो है ब्लड अच्छे से फ्लो करने लग जाए. ठीक है, आपने देखा होगा whenever you're sleeping, whatever blood you have in your body, the entire blood is coming till your stomach. So all blood is on one place. So we generally say whenever you're getting up, before that you just shake your hands, shake your legs, move your body, and then you get up, so that there will be an equal flow of blood in your entire body. So what is the reason? When you relax your muscles, there is an equal supply of blood and oxygen in your body, and you feel more rejuvenated. Stay in present. You must tell your brain that this attack is temporary and the life is permanent. So if anyways, if you feel like you are just forgetting it where you are just because of that entire क्योंकि your capacity to think and react, or I must say capacity to response, is slightly lower at that stage. Keep reminding yourself it is just temporary thing, it will be finished in few seconds or minute. But life is permanent. You should stay in present. Rather focusing on our weakness, we should more as possible, we should stay in present, think about our present, think about our future. And with this, I will say my topic is finished. Today I told you about balancing your diet, I told you about um, uh, impact of social media on your mind, then I told you about stress management techniques, and then I told you about tips to regain control during anxiety. Over to you, sir. Okay, I have few queries in my chat box. Let me open it. Hello, ma'am. What is the ideal quantum of daily water intake for a normal person? Okay. So if you are a female, then 3 to 4 liters, and if you are male, then maximum 6 liters. Generally, he should take 5 liters. That is enough. Most powerful machine on this entire universe in our body, so we have to take care of it all the time. Yes, thank you so much. Very well said. There should be gap of minimum 4 hours before we sleep and dinner. Okay, now let me clear this thing to you. Whenever you are having your dinner, depends upon what you are eating. अब आपने खाया ही सैलेड है तो वो 2 घंटे में डाइजेस्ट हो जाएगा. Sorry, again I told in Hindi. Even if you are eating salad, that is going to be digested in 2 hours. Then you are free. Why we say the gap between your next day whenever you're taking a meal and your today's meal should be greater than 6 7 hours, because if you are eating in a right pattern, you're starting your day with or you're starting a meal with salads, the raw things, the fiber. Actually, fiber makes you feel full, so you take less calories and you get more energy. So that is also one of the reason. And the next reason I told you, our digestive enzymes of the salad are less. So whenever we are eating it, we are able to digest it. So it's just like that. I tell you the sequence is like that. When you have a hand blending machine, and in hand blending machine, you believe that there are 4 5 things in your hand. One is ginger, one is garlic, one is onion, one is tomato. So first thing you're going to put the something that is going to digest, or something that is going to blend easily. Okay, then you will put something that will take some time to blend. Then at last you will put something which is very hard, because if I put the hardest thing first, then the other two things are not going to digest at all. They're not going to blend at all. They will be mess of all these 3 4 things. Same way our body is responding. What I have in my body, it is just a manual hand blending machine. I put the thing which is going to be digested in few minutes, then something which is going to be digested in 1 hour, then something which is going to be digested in 3 4 hours, and at last I am going to put a thing in my machine which is going to be digested in 6 hours, 4 hours. So if you're taking, for an example, lentils at night, if you are taking soya, paneer, if you are taking legume, chole, yeah, rajma, or these things, or mutton, chicken, eggs, then you should at least wait for six hours. If you are not eating these things, you are eating only veggies or chapati, would be 3 4 hours enough for you. If you are only eating salads, you will eat at 12. Next morning you get up and eat. Okay. If you are eating, if you are having soup or liquids, lesser time you eat at 2 a.m. and again you are going to digest it in least time. Then I got a query. It's not a query. Mind is the reason for many issues more than any physical problem. Yes, actually, mind is a CPU of your body. So whatever you are thinking, whatever, see, your brain guide you to do things. So like that we all have in our spine, there is a in your spinal cord there are vertebrae, 16 pair and total 32 vertebrae are there. and each vertebra is being connected to each body part of yours. Like one is connected to eyes, one is connected to hand, to waist, stomach, or different areas. Now your brain is the only thing who will give the message that okay, you should, if you touch a finger, your finger with a cold or hot thing, you in a nanosecond your brain will give a message to your nerve system. Through your nerve system will deliver a message to your finger that please keep it away, it is hot. Okay, so whatever action your body is doing, it's just because your nerve system is reacting on it. So if your nerve system is low, it is confused, it is stressed out, it is cloudy, foggy, the least you are effective. If you want to be more effectful, if you want to be more active in your life, try to keep it free. आपका nerve cell should be as clear as it could be. And the most important, I talked about hormones today, your chemicals of the body. You should try to get it from the best things you can do. You should do good exercise, you should eat good meal, you should talk to your loved ones, and then you should help others to have those good chemicals so that your brain is working more effectively. I think we are done with the queries now. Anything else? So I am done with my topic. It is 1:50. We are still left with 10 minutes. Should I close it, or we should wait for others to raise their queries?
No, we can close it right now.
Yeah, there is no
Okay.
query, so you have to close this. Okay,
Okay,
Yes,
thank you,
sir.
madam. Now I
Yes,
invite
sir.
C.
Vote of thanks.
Yeah, now I invite C. Dipti Setia to give vote of thanks. Dipti Setia, please.
It has been such an honor to be part of this wonderful webcast on develop skills in mindfulness and to regain control during anxiety, organized by the Professional Skills Enrichment Committee ICAI. On behalf of the Professional Skill Enrichment Committee ICAI, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our speaker, Ms. Isha Madan, for her enlightening session. Sincere thanks to the event enablers from the Chittorgarh branch of CIRCF ICAI who enabled the webcast throughout. A wide round of applause and thanks to the organizer Professional Skill Enrichment Committee ICI. Our today's speaker, Ms. Isha Madan, and other stakeholders made the webcast a memorable one. Finally, we would like to thank all of you present here and helping us make this webcast a grand success. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I
With
hope.
this, we conclude today's webcast. Thank you to all.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.